Happy Friday, everyone. Calvin James here from Calvin James Creates with your Friday writing tip number 10. This week, we're going to take a scene from Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, break it apart, and see if it is a true story event. So, a story event brings meaningful change to the life situation of a character that's expressed through a value and achieved through conflict. And story values are values that can change from negative to positive or positive to negative from moment to moment in a character's life. So this scene takes place in chapter 27. It starts on page 442. Let's take a listen.
So, Tom, to what do I owe the pleasure? They do not call me Tom any more. These days, I am known as— I know what you are known as, but to me, I'm afraid, you will always be Tom Riddle. It is one of the irritating things about old teachers. I'm afraid that they never quite forget their charge's youthful beginnings. I am surprised you have remained here so long. I always wondered why a wizard such as yourself never wished to leave school. To a wizard such as myself, there can be nothing more important than passing on ancient skills, helping hone young minds. If I remember correctly, you once saw the attraction of teaching, too. I see it still. I merely wondered why you, who are so often asked for advice by the ministry, and who have twice, I think, been offered the post of minister— 3 times at the last count, actually. But the ministry never attracted me as a career. Again, something we have in common, I think. I have returned, later perhaps than Professor Dippet expected. But I have returned, nevertheless, to request again what he once told me I was too young to have. I have come to you to ask that you permit me to return to this castle to teach. I think you must know that I have seen and done much since I left this place. Yes, I certainly do know that you have seen and done much since leaving us. Rumors of your doings have reached your old school, Tom. I should be sorry to believe half of them. Greatness inspires envy, envy engenders spite, spite spawns lies. You must know this, Dumbledore. You call it greatness, what you have been doing, do you? Certainly, I have experimented. I have pushed the boundaries of magic further, perhaps, than they have ever been pushed. Of some kinds of magic, of some. Of others you remain, forgive me, woefully ignorant. The old argument. But nothing I have seen in the world has supported your famous pronouncements that love is more powerful than my kind of magic, Dumbledore. Perhaps you have been looking in the wrong places. Well, then, what better place to start my fresh researches than here at Hogwarts? Said Voldemort. Will you let me return? Will you let me share my knowledge with your students? I place myself and my talents at your disposal. I am yours to command. And what will become of those whom you command? What will happen to those who call themselves, or so rumor has it, the Death Eaters? My friends will carry on without me, I am sure. I am glad to hear that you consider them friends. I was under the impression that they are more in the order of servants. You are mistaken. Then, if I were to go to the Hog's Head tonight, I would not find a group of them? Not Rosier, Mulciber, Dolohov, awaiting your return? You are omniscient as ever, Dumbledore. Oh, no, merely friendly with the local barmen. Now, Tom, let us speak openly. Why have you come here tonight, surrounded by henchmen, to request a job we both know you do not want? A job I do not want? On the contrary, Dumbledore, I want it very much. Oh, you want to come back to Hogwarts, but you do not want to teach any more than you wanted to when you were 18. What is it you're after, Tom? Why not try an open request for once? If you do not want to give me a job— Of course I don't, and I don't think for a moment you expected me to. Nevertheless, you came here, you asked, You must have had a purpose. This is your final word. It is. Then we have nothing more to say to each other. No, nothing. The time is long gone when I could frighten you with a burning wardrobe and force you to make repayment for your crimes. But I wish I could, Tom. I wish I could.
So first off, I gotta say that this is a great scene. And the first time I saw Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, I was so bummed to learn that this scene wasn't in the movie. This is the only time adult Lord Voldemort and Dumbledore have a conversation in the entire Harry Potter series, and it's not in the film. So that was disappointing. But before we break this scene down and decide if it is a true story event, let's break the scene into its smallest unit, which is the beat. A beat is an exchange in action and reaction in a character's behavior. So beat one is dictating terms. Voldemort says to Dumbledore, "They do not call me Tom anymore. These days I am known as," but Dumbledore interrupts him and says, "I know what you are known as," and basically says, "I'm not going to call you that." So beat one, Voldemort's action, dictating terms. Dumbledore's reaction, not allowing him to dictate terms. Beat 2, Voldemort's action, questions why Dumbledore is still at Hogwarts. Dumbledore's reaction, he explains why he's still there and compares the two of them. Beat 3, Voldemort's action, asking for a job and justifying why he should have it. Dumbledore's reaction, questioning his character. Beat 4, Voldemort's action, defending his character. Dumbledore's reaction, questioning his knowledge. Beat 5, Voldemort's action, defending his knowledge. Dumbledore's reaction, insulting his knowledge. Beat 6, Voldemort's action, challenging Dumbledore's brand of magic. Dumbledore's reaction, challenging him to open his mind and learn new magic. Beat 7, Voldemort's action, asking for the job again. Dumbledore's reaction, not answering his question. And beat 8, Voldemort's action, begging for the job. Dumbledore's reaction, not giving him the job. So with each beat, Voldemort has to use more and more willpower to keep his composure, not get angry, and try to get what he wants. But by the end of this scene, the gap between his expectation and reality is too wide, he can't close it, and Voldemort does not get the job. So this scene has really good rhythm and has great tension, but is it a true story event? Do values at the beginning of the scene change by the end of the scene? And that's what we're going to talk about over the next couple of weeks. Remember, if you'd like to read some of my own work, you can go to calvinjamescreates.com. You can read my children's books there, an excerpt from my novel, and listen to music. I'll see you next Friday. Be safe. Keep the faith. Calvin James Creates.